So how do you drive results as a manager? In part 1 of this video series, which you can watch over here, I covered how you can drive results as an individual. However, the challenge of driving results goes to a totally different level when you are a manager, because now it's no longer about you individually working and pushing through those results. It's about how do you inspire your team so that they are energized and engaged to achieve those results on your behalf. So in this video, I will share with you 5 things you can do as a manager to drive results for your organization in a way that keeps your team inspired and engaged. My name is Jameel Hye, and I've been working in the corporate sector for the last 18 years, and my passion is to help you build real-life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. So the first tip for managers is communicate a clear strategy and direction. When people are confused, they get dissatisfied very quickly. So in order to keep them engaged and inspired, you need to have a very clearly communicated strategy and a definition of what does success look like. One thing you can do there is to have a plan on a page, which is a simple one-pager which has all the key goals defined for your team, and which also show that how are different members of the team working with each other. The more clarity you can drive as a manager, the better it is. This will help you drive that clarity, and your team will know that, okay, this one pager is our North Star. So there will be no confusion in terms of what actions your team needs to take. So the next tip is give ownership to your people. In John Maxwell's famous book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, which by the way is another great read, and if you have not read this book, I strongly recommend you read it, and I will put a link of that in the description below as well. He talks about something called the law of empowerment. And the law of empowerment is really about how you can give more ownership and empower your people even more. Because once you make them feel that these goals are not their manager's goals or their CEO or CFO's goals, they are their goals, then their energy levels to drive those results will go way higher. And that's, of course, great news for you as a manager, right? So once you have defined your overall objectives as an organization, delegate those individual goals or KPIs to your different team members so that they can make them their own and rally behind them. The third tip is set stretched goals in a way that drives collaboration. When you set stretched goals for the team, you're testing the limits of the team, but at the same time, you are also creating that incentive for the team to collaborate within each other. A lot of times, one person on the team doesn't have all the skills. So a lot of the skills are interdependent. So by setting stretched goals, you are creating that environment where team members will naturally tend to collaborate because they will rely on each other's skills and a combination of that to achieve those goals. And once that happens, miracles can happen. One important thing as a manager is that as you are setting those stretched objectives and you are cultivating that collaboration, you also need to keep an eye on the temperature of the team, because what you don't want is that in setting those stretched goals, you overstretch the team, and that could result in a burnout. So set stretched objectives in a constructive way without creating a burnout effect on the team. The next thing in order to drive results as a manager is to develop your team. Now that you have defined a clear strategy, you have given ownership to the people, and you have established stretch objectives for them, the next thing you need to do is develop them. Make sure that you are investing your time as a manager in their development. Now that doesn't mean that you train them on every single thing, but help them build their development plan and follow through on it so that they are not only working for you to drive the results you're looking for, but in this process, they are also developing their skill set, which is going to help them today and tomorrow. Especially in this time and age when the lifespan of skills is becoming shorter and shorter, helping the team to develop themselves is a great gesture you can give them as a manager, which will not only help you in driving results, but will also help you in winning their trust, which is my next point. And the final tip is build a strong, trusted relationship with your team. If you are a manager who is setting these goals without building the right level of trust with your people, your team will always doubt your intentions and they will always have this fear of being manipulated, and therefore you might not see the results that you're looking for. So as a manager, always make sure that you are walking the talk. Make sure that you are always demonstrating the principles and the values of the organization. And whenever someone on your team has a challenging time or they need help, always be available, because that's a fantastic way of building that trust with them. And once your team trusts you and you give them some goals, they will really work hard to drive those results for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this topic or you want me to make videos on any other topic, please reach out to me on LinkedIn, TikTok, or Instagram.